परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यममी. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, or please be aware of the important cautions. What is power manifestation?
All the 25 consciousness. When they happen, when it happens in you, out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. Fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing the powers. Understand, power management, it is just cognitive shift. It's not work. 4-letter word. Being alive.
To the thoughtless space, consciousness, conscious sovereignty as our reality. Beautifully, Bhagavan is full proof. The premises to support that it is a science, that it is repeatable and Vedas and Agamas. To support that it is a science, that it is repeatable and Vedas and Agamas. Apta Pramana, the experience and the results of the Ayanamas are in the Paramashivoham, this millennium's avatar's personal experience, Bhagavan's very own Leelas. Shakshi Pramana, the experiential Pramana, the scientific study measuring Leelas. Shakshi Pramana, the experiential Pramana, the scientific study measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state. Beautifully, the thoughtless space that everybody experiences speaks about here in the Shastra Pramana, Agamas. Spandakari.
So beautiful, but Bhagavan Paramashiva says, in
yena yatra yatha
Bhagavan Paramashiva says, indeed, the some indistinctly at first, and then appears visual power. Bhagavan Paramashiva beautifully says how we are experiencing the more we are raising in the superconscious, the more we understand the higher science. There's a big which is tied and to a rope, and some food is kept on it. The bird goes and sits on it. It just topples down and it's hanging upside down. But the bird thinks, if I leave it, the twig, I would fall and die. But there is no history of bird falling down and dying if it is staying upside down. It might flutter a few minutes into a different state, but it will balance and it will start flying. But the bird never leaves it till the man who tied it comes all the way, and then he catches the bird and goes. Beautifully, the same way the monkeys, they kept some food item inside a place where they can only leave their hand to take the food, but the food does not come out. If they leave the food, the hand will come out and monkeys can go. But the monkeys refuse to leave the food, so they get caught to the person who comes and just picks up the monkey. These are the ways that we are also caught. We do not want to let go whatever we are deluding. Again and again, we are falling into the delusion. Again and again, we believe what we see, perceive is true. In the dream, it's so clearly seen that multiple places you occur, but that is not you. You are sleeping. That is you. But what you believe in the dream, when you wake up, you know it is you are sleeping and you were never there in any of the places, and you are unclutched. Here also Bhagavan beautifully says, when you are unclutched, when you let go, whatever it is holding you, whatever you think as reality or problem or struggle, whatever you perceive, drop everything, all the identity, and simply you will see the reflection of Paramashiva in you, and more you can start manifesting all the auspiciousness and abundance. When we wake up, we don't miss the dream state. We don't think there's something is lost, but we only manifest more of the reality. That is what Bhagavan says. When you wake up from this dream, you will only make it more auspiciousness and abundance. each of the power manifestation, that is what it happens. The more you are doing the power manifestation, more you understand that conscious sovereignty is the only way to exist. This is from volume 4. This is from the website itself, issued the God, the Avatar, Intellectual, January 2006. Under this section, beautifully Bhagavan has said how he got a fig, cold fig, not hot, afternoon, on a hot afternoon by Swami. So he materialized a fig and distributed to his devotees in front of them. Beautifully, all these possibilities become a reality when you align to the highest consciousness. Bhagavan himself narrates how the seed of the banyan tree manifests into a huge banyan tree.
Reality and the Kundalini's involvement in this whole. Kundalini is the huge possibility residing in you, like a seed. Seed, a small banyan tree seed, is the huge tree in the form of possibility. Same way, you are God in the form of possibility. You are the seed for God in the form of possibility. How? The banyan seed is possibility for banyan tree. You are possibility for God himself. Integrity means aligning your thinking with what you want. Integrity clears the path for Kundalini to travel. Authenticity awakens it. Every time you raise yourself to the peak of inner image and outer image, and others' image, the Kundalini is raised. That quantity which is required is raised. Today morning you feel tired, you want to sleep in the satsang. When you say, no, I am going to listen, internalize, live. The moment you make the decision, a part of your Kundalini is awakened. Each decision you make with authenticity, your Kundalini is awakened. Each time you coil, shrink and lie down, your Kundalini is falling, reducing. A few days before, one sannyasi came to my meeting very late. I asked him what? He said fever. I know it's a lie. He started dropping from authenticity. He started destroying himself. Energy suicide started happening in him. Only then the disease. Inauthenticity is energy suicide. Listen. Whenever you make decision based on authenticity, your body and mind is immediately supplied the Kundalini energy required to fulfill your authentic decision. When you take the responsibility, the Kundalini energy is infused into the world. World starts cooperating with you, listening to you. When you start enriching, whole universe follows you. आज में कुंडलिनी शक्ति द्वारा आप आपके इच्छा अनुसार वास्तविकता का fantasies will disappear, fears will disappear, worry will disappear, attention need will disappear, jealousy will disappear, ego will disappear, discontentment will disappear. Just integrity will open all the 7 chakras for the Kundalini to flow. Integrity will clear the path. Authenticity will awaken the Kundalini energy. Responsibility will send the awakened energy which is in you into the world, so that world will listen to you. With enriching, world just follows you. Not only listening to you, just follows you. जब आप संपूर्ति में जीने लगते हैं, लगातार आप अपनी सोचधारा को संरेखित करने लगते हैं, तब आपकी कुंडलिनी शक्ति की प्रवाह का मार्ग का निर्माण होता है. These 4 dharma principles, integrity, authenticity, responsibility and enriching, is the best, amazing way of starting, awakening your Kundalini energy. Most safest method to start your Kundalini energy. Without integrity, if you awaken your Kundalini energy, you may become powerful, you may not be intelligent. Without authenticity, just with integrity, you may be intelligent, you may not be powerful. with integrity, authenticity, responsibility and enriching life is such power. Yak char dharm aivam siddhant, to make what you want as reality and enriching. Just whatever you are becomes reality. Whether you want anything in the outer world, whether you want to make your dreams into reality, or you want to realize your reality itself is a dream. For both, your Kundalini needs to be awakened. Whether you want to make your dreams into reality or realize what you see as reality itself is a dream, for both purpose, your Kundalini needs to be awakened. जब आप संपूर्ति एवं श्रद्धा में रहते हैं,
Beautifully, Bhagavan explains how the Kundalini energy raises us to the conscious sovereignty. Now, let's listen to the Shakshi Pramana, where the devotee has materialized the crystal, the sugar crystal, so beautifully, and she's sharing her experience.
India, Bidadi, and I am a participant in Paramashivoham, which is the most extraordinary program I've ever been to, and I'll film more videos about it. But this one is specifically about my experience of materialization, how Swamiji blessed me with materialization of a sugar crystal in my hand. And many of you have probably seen the picture that I posted on Facebook and are very eager to know how it happened. And the best part about this whole story is that I didn't do anything. I didn't even have the thought of materialization in my hand, like, oh, let me materialize, please, Swamiji. Nothing like that. Actually, Swamiji had just initiated us into the power of 360 vision. So we were holding a phone behind our partner's head with an image and chanting the Mahavakya. Oops. And the partner had to really see that picture being shown behind his head and write down the words or images. And so I was there, I was a bit in pain, like my back was a bit in pain, so I was leaning a bit on the left side, my left hand was on my left thigh, I was chanting the Mahavakya, but actually there was, now that I think back, there was one thing, it's not something I was doing, but I was in a particular state. Earlier that day, we went on the stage in front of Swamiji to receive blessings, and when I went there, I had such oh my god, such a playfulness, such a joy to be in front of him, and I had this facial expression, and I just smiled at the screen, and when he looked at me, he smiled back and he blessed like this. And my face was so joyful. And, I was holding the phone, being in that space of feeling so cared for and so protected. And the round lasted for about 3 minutes. And when the round was over, kind of came back, and I started feeling something. It was in my hand, actually, on this finger right here. And I'll do my best to show it to you. And it was very big too, so beautiful. Okay. You can see it, a beautiful sugar crystal, and Mahayoga confirmed that it was a sugar crystal, and then I licked it because I wanted to know what it tasted like. And it was sweet, but not like the sweetness that you get from regular sugar. It actually, as soon as the tip of my tongue touched it, it became electrified. There was some electricity happening, and the tip of my tongue was vibrating for the whole day after that. Okay, so this was
Such a beautiful experience, and here you can see how the beautiful dollar that they kept in hand, even the space of how the Ishtadevata starts manifesting as reality. So they had this dollar which the honey started pouring, and what they did was started taking the honey out of the hand, and whatever was coming out, they were removing the honey and putting it in the other hand, and it kept coming, kept coming, kept coming. So they kept on adding to the other hand. You can see they're removing the honey and still it keeps coming again and again. The materialization, simply you can see how much of honey is just flowing from there, and they are removing it. Again you can see, again it starts flowing. Simple oneness with Paramashiva, the conscious sovereignty as reality. The kumkum also will appear now beautifully in the hand above the dollar that you can see. Yes, the kumkum appears and more honey comes, and they'll again take the honey out from that hand and they will add it to the another hand. All these greater signs is possible. Bhagavan beautifully says in Pratyaksha Pramana how it appears in the throat, and after that it materializes. It clearly says revealed the presence of the materialization object both in the section, and it is seen in the scan. Nowhere else it is seen. Suddenly it appears and suddenly then it becomes the reality. And we can see in this what are the materialization that has happened to different devotees. Linga, even the Ganesha and Conch and all the favorite gemstones, the beautiful gemstones. All you need is simply you need to wipe your hand completely and experience the oneness with Paramashiva to experience the materialization. The power of materialization is a depth dimension. All you need to do is become the conscious sovereignty. The more you are in the conscious sovereignty, the oneness with Paramashiva, the more you will experience the higher reality. How we materialize these? We can materialize in our life abundance and auspiciousness, health and relationship. All that can be materialized when we understand this greater science. Teleporting, it is the breath dimension where the matter becomes the antimatter and then it reassembles. But materialization is even more amazing, where from nowhere it just materializes from a different dimension. It comes into our dimension where we understand. So it's a blessing to experience the higher reality. So wipe all the places clean, make sure your hands are very clean. And even for a speck, the NASA is spending billions of dollars. Here we are going to sit with a cup of coffee or a chocolate, chant the Mahavakya, deeply merging into the oneness space and manifesting the powers. So now, no gadget for any other purpose except for recording. And sit straight with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. If you have the Jnananjan in your Kantamala, it's Bhagavan's DNA. You can apply in your third eye and your temple. Simply, you can experience the great reality. If you don't have the Jnananjan, you can apply the Basma and Kumkum from any of the temples where they have done Abhishekam on the Linga. It's the same thing that Bhagavan says, you can experience it. If you don't have anything, apply the turmeric, which will detox your third eye. Detoxing the lower chakra, that is the main way to experience the highest consciousness. That is why Bhagavan says, I always work on your biology, not on your mind. Mind is not there. What is there to work on? It doesn't even exist. So he works on our body and he explains how we can detox our body again and again and again. All we need to do the detox and simply we will manifest all the powers. Now visualize Paramashiva in your third eye. Parashakti. Everything that exists is Paramashiva. Everything that is manifesting is Parashakti. Sit with very clear space that I am Parashakti, I am Paramashiva, with that 25 heads and 75 eyes and 50 hands, experiencing that great awareness. The awareness engulfs us into awareness and we become conscious sovereignty. The more you are chanting the Mahavakya and more you are aware of it. And consciously when you chant and holding Paramashiva in your inner space, you simply become that. More and more you experience the oneness and manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Now let's sit straight with the head, neck and spine in a straight line. Entangle with Bhagavan, chant deeply and melt into that oneness space. How much you melt in that oneness space, Paramashiva who has come down physical form on planet Earth, what more we want? And experience that oneness with Paramashiva, that he is right with you right now and so close to you just now. You merge into him, you will experience that he is right here in the Kailash courtyard, including experiencing it physically. So start chanting the Mahavakya deeply with a deep yearning for that space of oneness, and simply you will manifest all the powers. Let's start chanting the Mahavakya for the power of materialization.
Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
So nice. How beautifully Bhagwan is manifesting through all of us. If you feel your hands are sticky, the honey or the sugar crystal materializing, that's beautiful. If you see any seed happening, that's wonderful. Or if you see the golden, you can put the light on your hand and check if there's any golden flakes on your hand. And simply all these great materials which are getting manifested, as you surrender more and more to Paramashiva, the more you'll understand that Paramashiva is happening as reality for you. And that is more true than the outer world, where you are deluded by all the ideas, views, opinions, judgments, and conclusions, skills, whatever you call it, the identities that you carry will start withering away. The more you are in oneness, you will understand that everything happens only by the oneness of Paramashiva, even our breathing, even our very own thinking. But consciously, when we live as conscious sovereignty, as our reality, continuously holding Paramashiva in a space and chanting as Ajaba Ajaba, internally the Ajaba Ajaba goes on of the Mahavakya. When you don't make a sound from your mouth and you hear the sound from your heart, it is Ajaba Ajaba. When you don't move your tongue but still you can hear it very clearly, then it becomes Ajaba Ajaba. Ram Surat Kumar used to chant the whole day Ramanama. Sharada Devi used to chant 1 lakh times every day, Bhagavan says. All these great avatars, they themselves keep on chanting to bring that awareness and being dissolved into the awareness, forgetting the body and the mind, being going beyond that and experiencing the oneness. How in the dream state and sleep state we forget ourselves, same way Bhagavan says we can do the same thing when we are waking state also. Fall into the Turiya state where there is nothing other than this exist. We are that which is manifesting all the space as body, as objects, as our reality. But the very core from where we exist is Paramashiva. The quantum space is Paramashiva. How we exist as the atom, proton, the subtler and the subtler, and manifest as quantum and manifest this body, manifest the mind, manifest the dream, manifest the deep sleep. All that is one and the same, but getting clutched with something in this outer world is the silliness that we try to possess, which is not real, which doesn't exist even in our dream state or deep sleep. However close, however important, it does not exist, so it is not there. That is why Bhagavan beautifully says, even a broken needle cannot come into the other states. The only thing we can is presume that what we are perceiving in this world is reality. But there is an existential reality. That is the truth. And all of us and everything has to go through the death, which is the existential reality. But even that is a delusion because we are thinking we are the body, just clubbed and surrounded by our body, just like a cloud. But this is not solid as we think, Bhagavan says. It is liquid. The minute we understand the expansive space, the body will simply wither off and we can experience the oneness with Paramashiva. Now we'll have one more cycle for materialization. Surrender everything, every identity that you have, even that I have to go, I don't have time, I don't know, nothing is happening. Whatever you have, surrender to Bhagavan Paramashiva. The more we learn to surrender, more faster and beautiful it will start happening. All that we need is only that feeling connection, Shaktipada and Shaktinipada. Unclutch from everything else. And even if the thought comes, oh, I'm not manifesting, unclutch from that. Oh, it's not coming big time, unclutch from that. Anything you understand, keep on unclutching and you will experiencing the real reality, highest possibility. Now let's sit straight with the head, neck and spine in a straight line.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Paramashivoham, 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 Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Verification process. Please ensure to thoroughly verify the following.
Let's verify and make sure it's authentically manifested. There is no other added item. Make sure the picture is taken very nicely and clearly that you can share it with the world. Why do we need to share? Contributing to others' life, we start understanding Paramashiva more easily. When somebody makes a mistake, we are very clear how to correct it. That is what we always are able to correct in others. When we share to others also, we start recognizing our own inner space of conscious sovereignty, contributing to others' life, and that is the most beautiful thing. When Uddhava asked Krishna, "What is that one thing I have to hold?" he said, "Contribute to others' life. Holding everybody is Krishna. You will just recognize the Krishna in you." The easiest and the beautiful way, Bhagavan says, is enriching and causing. He himself will manifest as your reality. That Paramashiva becomes the existential reality. That is why Gopikas were having their own Krishna. Krishna left them and went, and Uddhava, beautifully, how Uddhava experienced, same way the Gopikas also experienced Krishna in physical form itself, because they were in such a space of contributing only to Krishna, surrendering everything to Krishna, and experiencing the ultimate. And if you see a dollar sign, so many of you are manifesting and contributing to Kailasha. You can offer to Kailasha a single unit of your currency. Whatever we offer, simply it comes enfold as abundance in us. That is why all the great things we keep on offering, so that it comes back as enfold to our own space of oneness with Paramashiva, becomes abundance and auspiciousness. All these contribution and the whole space of oneness starts becoming reality when you start living with that as existential reality continuously. Let's surrender all the powers and powerful cognition to Bhagavan's lotus feet and share in tinyurl.com/power manifestation or your social media and tag it to your friends and family, thanking Bhagavan in deep gratitude what he has offered, sitting for 3 hours and giving the satsang and giving the powerful cognition and giving the powers, initiation, and making each one of us to manifest. That is the greatest gift. Let's thank Bhagavan for whatever he has given. And with a deep gratitude and earning, let's end this session with a Purna Mantra. Thanking all of you also to be here and manifesting the space of Paramashiva, the state of Paramashiva, the being of Paramashiva, and Kailasha of Paramashiva. Let's end the session with a Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Paduka Arpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you so much. See you again at 6 o'clock in the Zoom session or after the satsang in Kailash Courtyard Manifesting